I had 2 days left, but I knew I couldn't survive that long, not by myself, so I gave up. I decided to go back, not to the cheap studio, home. I hated that place, truly, deeply hated it. But what could I do? By the time I'd get there, it'd probably be past midnight, and yeah, just as I thought. It was 1:10 a.m. when I got home. The doorbell rang, and I froze. I didn't want to answer when someone inside asked who it was. I just muttered, hoping someone would let me in quietly. But of course, my sister recognized my voice, and instead of helping, she shouted for Mom, announced to the whole house that I was back. I swear, she's been like that her whole life. Pretty face, bitter soul, never once made anything easier. I stepped inside, already regretting it. I was just a guest in my own house, a loud, unwelcome guest. Mom came out first, asked what I was doing here at this hour, said I had class tomorrow, asked if I was even studying anymore. I tried to say I was just tired, but she wasn't having it. She kept pressing, saying she was at her breaking point. I snapped and shouted back. I didn't want to, but it happened. And then Dad showed up. He asked why we were yelling, why I'd come home in the middle of the night without a call, why I was raising my voice at Mom. He asked what the hell I was thinking, if I planned to pass the bar with that attitude. I didn't have answers, just guilt and exhaustion. This is why I didn't want to come home. My sister caused the whole mess, and just disappeared into her room like nothing happened. Eventually, I made it to my room, shaky, shattered, hollow. I lay there, staring at the ceiling, my mind completely broken. Screw the exam, screw the demon, screw the glasses, screw everything. I cried until I fell asleep. I don't even remember when I passed out. Then something changed. I woke up, or thought I did. My eyes were still closed, but the feeling was familiar. The floor was cold, hard, no blanket, no pillow. I knew this sensation, and I cursed out loud. When I opened my eyes, it wasn't my room, but it wasn't like the strange glowing place before, either. This time it was pitch black, real darkness, familiar, earthly darkness. Stilthy's wasn't the place I fell asleep in. No bed, no warmth, just stone floor, and I was lying on stairs. Something was above me, wooden, blocking the top. I felt trapped, like I was inside a coffin, but only the top was sealed. Below me it was open. Stairs, leading down. My stomach dropped. I couldn't go up, but anything could come up from below. I stared into the dark, and sure enough, something was moving, crawling up the steps. It was liquid, black, slow, silent, water, or something like it. It didn't shimmer, didn't ripple, it just rose, smooth and steady. It wasn't normal water. It felt wrong. If it touched me, I knew I'd be erased, not drowned, erased, and it was rising fast. I panicked, shoved at the lid above me, but it wasn't there. Nothing was blocking me. It had just been in my head. I jumped up, gasping, ran upward. That's when I saw the only light, a green sign, emergency stairwell, the same kind you see in buildings, and I realized that these was the stairwell of the cheap studio. What the hell was going on? Then the motion light flicked on, and everything looked real, too real. Dust, stains, chewed gum stuck to the stairs. Not a dream, not a hallucination. I looked down. The water was still rising, and in the light it was worse, opaque, bottomless, pure black, the kind of black you see in oceans at night, endless, terrifying. I ran, barefoot, feet burning, breath tearing from my chest. I had to escape. I climbed to the next floor. There were no doors, no rooms, just wall. This wasn't right. That's not how the building was built. I kept going. 1 floor, 2, 3, still no doors, just walls. The water chased me, creeping higher, relentless. 4 floors, 5, finally, a door, old, rusted, looked like it hadn't been touched in decades. Didn't matter. I grabbed the handle. It was stuck. I pulled, kicked, slammed. The water was right behind me, almost at my heels. I screamed, begged, please, open. Eventually it gave way. The rooftop. I stumbled out into the open. Cold air hit my face, and behind me the water began leaking through the door. Ahead, I saw a railing, and just beyond it another rooftop. Same height, close enough to jump, maybe 2 or 3 feet. If I could make it across, the water couldn't follow. It was bound to gravity, right? I ran. But I tripped, smashed my face into the concrete. Pain shot through me. I couldn't breathe, but I couldn't stay down. I got up, dashed toward the edge, and froze. There was no rooftop, not close, not even remotely, just empty air, and far, far below, a few parked cars in the street. This wasn't a dream. This wasn't part of the illusion. There never was a rooftop to jump to. I turned around. No water. The stairwell was empty. The emergency light flicked off, and everything behind the door went black. Then it hit me. That thing. The demon. The curse. It brought me here, to kill me. If I had jumped, I'd be another news story. Law student, depressed, overwhelmed, jumped off a rooftop, dead, gone, forgotten. It had set the scene perfectly. Stress, family fights, emotional collapse, just one wrong move, and I would have been gone. Just like that. That thing. It almost won. And maybe it's still here, watching, waiting, maybe it's right behind me, or hiding in the stairwell, in the shadows, right now, waiting for the next time I'm weak, waiting for the next time I give up. God, I'm so cold, and so scared. Please, don't let me die like this.